the bridge, so I'm going to sign on out of here and might pop back in a little bit later.
I'm rolling through Flint, Michigan.
Hey, Grumpy, Dennis was just asking, he heard you mention Nicole and was wondering what was up with that.
We got the Zillow app going.
Yeah, she's coming through sometime this afternoon. She was supposed to let me know when she got in the area. She knows what bridge we're going to be at, because I didn't know if I'd be able to catch her or not, because I can only stay a certain amount of time, and then we've got to get going ourselves. Originally, she was going to come through like 2:30, and then the other night she said something about it was going to be more like 4, but I could have been confused, and she meant she was going to get up there at 4.
We're going to be getting up to the place probably about between 5 and 6. I'm looking for a sign. I can tell you where we're at now, but okay, I have to take the phone. I'm stuttering. Give me a second.
Are you with Nicole right now?
Exit 139, I-69, eastbound and down.
Well, I'm also trying to get my timing down, because if I can do some flag waving and then we head on up, but if I can do some flag waving and there's a second group a little farther behind and we can catch up with them, we can convoy part of the way up. But I don't know how that's going to work timing-wise.
I'm not sure, but I'm in a place called Spiceland, Indiana. We're waiting, I think, on Vince, and we should be leaving here in about 10 minutes.
Well, let's not forget, Vince needs to flag up. He's going to throw some flags on. So now I'm rolling along. I've got my buddy Brandon from back home in Howell, Michigan. He's one of my friends that's holy crap. Wow. Anyway, he wanted to come with
my map. Spiceland is about 3.5 hours out from this location.
He wanted to come to Ransomville with us, but he couldn't get free that weekend. This is his first introduction to.
Means there's a possibility we might be able to tag in on you guys off of 94.
First introduction to our movement, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm rolling.
I'll be keeping my Zello channel on because I'm not live streaming because I'm kicked off Facebook. So I'll keep my Zello channel on, and you can always ask where I'm at and when I'm where.
We're rolling along a 2-truck convoy. He's following me right now.
Okay, we'll do on that. Any problem if I message you direct?
So let's
none at all. That works for me right now also. I've had problems with Messenger, but I think I got that solved too.
Let's make sure to make him feel warm and welcome. He's a patriot.
Alrighty then. I was actually thinking using through Zello. That way I can keep your channel.
He's a true patriot.
Yeah, I got my screen front and center, so I should be alerted unless I'm practicing singing a song. But I think I got the Canadian National Anthem down, so I guess I need to work on the American one a little extra because there's some spots I mess up in.
They were talking on Zoom.
I haven't had time lately. I was going to try and learn the Canadian Anthem. I know like 3 or 4 words here and there.
Dennis was talking about how he learned the Canadian.
Yeah, I started off with "Oh Canada," and those are my 2 words.
I asked him if he wanted to be the volunteer who sings the anthems this weekend.
Alrighty, well, we're at our location. We got to hike up a little bit of a hill and start tying on flags and banners. So I'll keep this in my pocket so I can hear it.
Well,
rock on, rock on. Well, Vince just showed up here, so we'll probably be rolling out here very, very shortly. And look forward to seeing everybody I get to see when I get there.
I might start cutting in and out if I remember correctly. Last time I came up here a few weeks back, I was live streaming down through this stretch and I was losing signal. So if it starts doing that, I'll probably cut this thing off. But shit, there's so many things to talk about, and I don't even know where to start. And this is really the only break, if you want to call it, that I've had in days. A lot of us have been in the same boat, and I'm proud of each and every one of us. We've pulled this.
Goes out to all you hunkaholics out there.
We've pulled this thing off. We've done an amazing job in such a short period of time, and like I say, I'm hats off to all of us. We're a team. We're all leaders. I'm praying that we have a safe and productive weekend. I'm praying for the Dutch farmers. I'm praying for our Canadian brothers and sisters. I'm praying for each and every one of us, and all the other people, everybody, the whole world. I'm praying for the world this weekend. Community. That's what we need. That's what we've lost. Well, we haven't lost it, but we need to lasso community back in with our ropes and pull it back in close to our hearts, the way it was back in the day when people looked out for each other and cared for one another and helped each other. That's what we need. We need to fight evil with good, and unfortunately, evil has crept its way in right behind our backs, and now it's here knocking on our doors, kicking us in the teeth. And it's time that we all stand together, bound by love, and start making some changes. So that's my little rant, speaking from the heart. I'm getting a little more comfortable talking and doing this live streaming stuff, but this is new to me, and just like it is to all of us. They didn't give us a book of directions on how to fight for our freedoms. Like, we never thought we would have to be here doing this, but they didn't give us a direction book, and we've all learned, and we've all made mistakes. I know I've made a lot, and along this path, but I'm grateful, more than I can even express, for the community that we have put together in just a short period of time. My family, my wife, they all think I've lost my rockers. They all, my mom calls my wife and says, what is happening to Rob? What's going on? She's like, what do you mean? She goes, well, he never had any friends, like on Facebook, and now all of a sudden, his friends list has exploded. And this is a part of me that is new, and it's all because of all of us, and each and every one of you. You're all family to me. I've always been pretty reserved. I've kept to myself, and so this is a new chapter in my life, and I'm grateful. And I'm learning. But it's a good feeling knowing that I'm not sitting on my couch watching the news thinking, am I the only one that thinks that the world is going insane? Because on March 2nd, when I met up with the convoy in Indiana, something changed. I met my new family. So we're cruising right along here. Oh, here's the state boy. Glad I'm not speeding. Of course, it's 75 mile an hour speed limit, and I'm doing about 68. So I'm all flagged up. We'll give him a salute. I just saluted the state boy. When we were down in D.C. doing laps around the Beltway, I saluted every law enforcement officer I saw, and everyone that saw me saluting them gave me a thumbs up or saluted me back. It was a beautiful thing. So, yep, I've got a... Oh, shoot, I forgot my little cheat cheat sheet. Anyway, I have one more stop that I have to make before I get to the campground, and I have a list of some things, supplies and whatnot to grab, and I just got another little request from Vince, so I told him that would be taken care of, and pick him up a little treat. So yeah, from what I understand, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the Zillow chatter in the background. Vince just showed up at Nicole's. He said he's going to probably need about 10 minutes to flag up. So I imagine they'll be out and about hitting the road here within the next 10 minutes or so. And as soon as I get any information about the convoys and the different groups that are coming in from different areas, I will make sure to update that information on the Zillow app. I'm definitely going to try to do some live streaming tonight in the campground and stuff, but just so everybody knows, when I went up last weekend, I planned on doing that, and I rented an electrical hookup, which is on the other side of the campground from where we're all staying, and my phone service was horribly poor. I couldn't get internet. When I took a walk over to the area where we're going to be at in the rustic section, my signal did get a little bit better. So I'm hoping that if I set my phone up and find a sweet spot and set my tripod and my gimbal up, and I just keep it still and not walking around, I'm hoping that maybe I can get a good enough connection to get out some live streams this evening. So that's that. Let's see, we're at exit, coming up on exit 153, I-69 eastbound. I think my exit is like 184 or 187. I can't remember because I had it written down on it. I called it my cheat sheet. I had my receipt from staying at the campground last weekend. I wrote down, scribbled some information on it on my way back home on some exits and stuff. But I must have forgot that and left it home. You always forget something. And I'm sure there's going to be a few more things that I've forgotten. But I think I've done a pretty good job. I made a list, checked it twice. So, speaking of which, okay, yeah, here's my list. Oh, I got one. Now, the last thing on my list is my supply list. So, looks like I'm doing good, I hope. Kim, I heard you on Zillow saying that you're all excited and thinking you'd like to come up tonight. Well, here's the deal. You don't need a tent if you have a car. Your car can be your tent. We've all done that. Well, maybe not all of us, but I know a lot of us have spent nights in our vehicles. And maybe that's something to think about. But yeah, if you're coming up tonight, that'd be awesome. I'd hate to see you drive all the way back up there, back home, and then back up again. But you know, it is what it is. And just do what you can do, and be realistic. And remember, God's watching over all of us. I can tell. I don't even know where to begin. In the last week here, how many times we've come across a barrier or a bump in the road. Been one thing after another, but I'll tell you what, none of us have given up. And hey, I just looked at there's
Good afternoon, freedom fighters.
There's Kurt Vogel. Hey, Kurt. And Carolyn Collins, hello. Thanks for watching. Where was I at? Now I lost my train of thought. Now I'm learning. Oh yeah, we've come a whole lot of bumps in the road in the last week, and because of all of us working together, we've gotten through each and every obstacle. So we've got evil fighting us, but good trumps evil, and nothing's gonna stop us. So,
Hello. Thanks for the invite.
I'm seeing Facebook, Facebook comments. I hope I set it up to where I'm getting out on my YouTube channel. So it should be. You know, I bumped something right before I went live, and it wanted me to scan a code, and I'd never done that before. I don't know what I did, so I'm still hoping that I was still connected into the YouTube studios. But either way, it's obviously we're getting out on Facebook, so that's one's better than none. Gave us all each other to stand. Amen. That's right. He has a plan. We just got to have faith. Whenever we start feeling deep, dark, demon stuff, end of the world thinking, we need to...
I'm sure I will. A really good friend told me about this channel and asked me if I made it over here, and I'm glad to be part of it.
We need to squash those thoughts immediately. Remember that we are
That's wonderful.
we're on a mission.
Sitting in the convoy.
We are all warriors.
Well, I definitely would like to thank Jeff for putting this little group together. It spanned off of one thing, and just one thing led to another, and I'm so glad to be part of it. My whole entire goal this whole time was to be able to talk from people all around the world, and now we get to do that. It's awesome.
Yes, it is. By one of our Canadian sisters.
Who helped this world.
An old
But
school
it's a
OG
universal stance.
original, and I'm fired up.
Exactly.
And we're gonna
I've been
put our
trying to
heads
get my
together.
kids to watch more of the movies I watched as a kid.
This is only the
because they did
beginning.
paint a lot of these pictures that might have been in, metaphors, but like Bug's Life was a prime
So I'm
example.
gonna cut this
of
off.
when the grasshoppers
I love you
realized,
guys.
oh yeah, we're bigger and stronger.
We'll see you
but
tonight.
there's less of us. And you guys, and then the ants. There's
Everybody
hundreds
drive
of them,
safe.
maybe small, but when they come together and they do